Welcome to the world of science fiction. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you don't miss new stories. Enjoy the listening. They called us visionaries, then outcasts. The Galactic Council feared us, not for our crimes, but for what we could create. Humanity's rise within the galactic community was as meteoric as it was unprecedented. When humanity first entered the fold of interstellar civilizations, they were seen as an unassuming latecomer species. Yet, what they lacked in size, resources, and experience, they more than made up for with ingenuity. In just a few decades, humans managed to outpace even the most advanced species in technological innovation. They improved faster than light travel, reducing the once impossibly dangerous jumps to seamless journeys. Their terraforming technology turned barren worlds into thriving oases, expanding the horizons of colonization. And their military inventions, precision weapons capable of neutralizing threats without collateral damage, rendered traditional galactic warfare obsolete. The galaxy marveled at their brilliance, but admiration soon gave way to unease. The other members of the Galactic Council began to whisper in private chambers. Humanity's relentless progress was unsettling. It disrupted centuries of established balance. Species that had comfortably dominated the galactic order now found themselves outpaced by these upstarts. Humanity's genius was seen not as a gift, but as a threat. What truly terrified the Council wasn't just humanity's intelligence. It was their audacity. Where others saw limits, humans saw challenges to be overcome. Where others followed the rules, humans rewrote them. The incident that sealed humanity's fate. The tipping point came when humanity unveiled their most ambitious invention yet, the quantum collapse device. This extraordinary technology promised to harness the energy of collapsing stars, converting their dying light into a near-limitless source of power. With this device, entire civilizations could thrive indefinitely, no longer shackled by dwindling resources. To humanity, the device was a beacon of progress, but to the Galactic Council, it was a harbinger of chaos. The thought of a single species wielding such power that could destabilize the delicate energy economy of the galaxy, was intolerable. It was labeled reckless, dangerous, even catastrophic. No assurances from humanity could sway their judgment. Things took a disastrous turn when a test of the device allegedly went wrong. A small, dying star destabilized, erupting into a supernova that consumed a neighboring system. Billions of lives were lost. Humanity claimed sabotage, pointing fingers at rival factions within the Council who sought to discredit them. And while evidence of foul play surfaced, it was ignored. The galaxy needed a scapegoat, and humanity was the perfect candidate. The Council acted swiftly. They convened a tribunal, ignoring humanity's pleas for a fair investigation. In a unanimous vote, humanity was declared a threat to galactic stability and sentenced to exile. Exile to the void. The sentence was as brutal as it was final. Humanity would be cast out into the outer void, a desolate region of space so barren that even the hardiest of species avoided it. There were no habitable planets, no resources, and no hope. The Council stripped humanity's fleets of their most advanced technology and seized their colonies. Only a handful of aging ships were left to ferry billions of humans to their banishment. The galaxy watched in cold silence as humanity's once bright star was extinguished. Humanity, however, refused to beg or grovel. They accepted their sentence with a mixture of anger and grim determination. As their final ships left known space, a message was broadcast from their last ambassador to the Galactic Council. You banished us because you feared us. Pray you never need us again. The setup for humanity's transformation. As humanity disappeared into the void, the Council sighed in relief, believing the problem was solved. Other species speculated on how long it would take before the humans succumbed to starvation, infighting, or despair. What they failed to understand was that humanity was not so easily extinguished. In the face of adversity, humans did what they had always done: adapt, innovate, and survive. The galaxy would forget humanity in time, but humanity would not forget the galaxy. Their exile would not be their end. It would be their crucible. The narration shifts to the cold, silent expanse of space. The outer void was a graveyard of civilizations long forgotten. But where others saw desolation, we saw opportunity. Surviving the abyss. In the early years of their exile, survival was nothing short of a miracle. The ragged fleet of ships that carried humanity to the outer void was unfit for the task. Many vessels were already falling apart, their engines groaning under the strain of long voyages. Supplies dwindled alarmingly fast. There were no lush planets to land on, no asteroid belts rich in minerals, and no nearby stars to draw energy from. It was a crucible, one that should have broken them. Yet, humanity endured. The first breakthrough came when engineers aboard the remaining ships designed a prototype technology that became known as the stellar siphon. This device allowed them to draw energy directly from the dying embers of red dwarfs scattered across the void. While these stars were ancient and weak, they provided just enough energy to power the fleet. It was a desperate makeshift solution, but it gave humanity time, and time was their greatest ally. Gradually, the fleet stabilized, repairs were made, systems were overhauled, and most importantly, the lessons of survival began to reshape humanity's approach to the universe. Technological evolution in isolation. What began as a desperate fight for survival evolved into an era of unparalleled innovation. No longer bound by the rules and traditions of the Galactic Council, humanity's ingenuity flourished. The first major achievement was the construction of Dyson spheres around dying stars. Using materials harvested from dead worlds and asteroid remnants, humanity built vast structures that encased stars, capturing every ounce of their dwindling energy. These Dyson spheres not only provided limitless power, but also became hubs of human activity, housing entire populations in artificial habitats suspended in the cold void. From there came the Void Ark's massive, self-sustaining spacefaring cities. Each ark was a marvel of engineering, capable of producing its own food, water, and energy. These colossal ships, with glowing blue engines and shimmering metal exteriors, became humanity's new homes. No longer reliant on planets, humanity embraced life among the stars, constantly moving, exploring, and adapting. Advances in nanotechnology, artificial intelligence, and bioengineering transformed humanity further. Nanobots repaired ships at the molecular level. AI systems optimized every aspect of their society, and bioengineering allowed humans to adapt to extreme environments. Over generations, humanity became something more than what they were. A species of creators who thrived in the most hostile conditions the universe could offer. A culture of resilience and unity. Exile forged a new identity for humanity. Cut off from the rest of the galaxy, they developed a culture rooted in resilience, unity, and a shared purpose. Survival at all costs. The idea of traditional planetary colonization was abandoned. Planets were seen as fragile, finite, and vulnerable. Humanity chose instead to live in artificial environments of their own making. Giant space stations, Dyson spheres, and void arcs that could weather any storm. This philosophical shift went even deeper. Humanity no longer saw themselves as inhabitants of a galaxy ruled by the whims of nature or politics. They viewed themselves as creators, masters of their own destiny. Their exile was no longer a punishment, but an opportunity to transcend the limitations imposed by the Galactic Council. You exiled us to a void, the narration proclaims, so we turned the void into our kingdom. Weapons of unimaginable power. As humanity's technology advanced, so too did their capacity for defense. While they never sought out war, they remembered the betrayal of the Galactic Council and the fragility of trust. Thus, they quietly built weapons designed to ensure their survival against any threat. They developed star-forging technology, capable of reshaping stellar material into energy beams that could vaporize entire fleets. These systems were hidden within their Dyson spheres and void arcs, making every human structure both a fortress and a weapon. Even more fearsome were their stellar destabilization devices, which could turn stars into supernovas or black holes with terrifying precision. These were weapons of last resort, capable of ending entire civilizations but kept in the shadows, known only to a select few. And yet, humanity kept to the void, silent and unseen. While the galaxy forgot them, they grew stronger, their power unimaginable to those who had banished them. They were no longer just a species. They were builders, engineers, and architects of a new way of life. In their isolation, humanity had become something the galaxy could never have anticipated. The narration ends on an ominous note. They thought they had cast us into the abyss to die, but in the darkness, we found the light. And when the time comes, the galaxy will learn just how far we've come. The Galactic Council's desperation. In their arrogance, the galaxy forgot that there are far greater threats than humanity. The narration begins with a foreboding tone, setting the stage for the galaxy's next great crisis. Deep within the galactic core, an ancient, machine-like species awakens from eons of dormancy. Known only in fragmented myths as the Star Eaters, these entities were thought to have perished millennia ago, victims of their own insatiable hunger. But the myths were wrong. The Star Eaters were not gone. They were waiting. Emerging from the void between the stars, they revealed their purpose. Consuming stars to fuel their colossal, planet-sized weapon, an ancient construct designed to extinguish all organic life across the galaxy. The first strike was swift and devastating. A star system on the edge of Council space vanished overnight. Its star drained of all energy. Billions of lives were lost in the darkness. Then another system fell, and another. The Council mobilized their fleets, deploying their most advanced technology, but it was no use. The Star Eater's weapon, now brimming with stolen energy, grew stronger with each conquest. Swallowing their pride, panic gripped the Galactic Council as their defenses crumbled. Their mightiest fleets, their most advanced weapons. None could even scratch the Star Eaters. Entire species were forced to flee their home systems, leaving barren husks in their wake. In desperation, the Council convened an emergency summit. For the first time in centuries, the name of their long-forgotten outcast surfaced. Humanity. The memories were bitter. Humanity, once banished for their reckless ingenuity, now represented the only hope of survival. Their exile had been the Council's most controversial decision, and one that many still considered justified. Yet the grim reality of the Star Eaters left no room for pride. They are the only ones who can match the Star Eaters, one delegate admitted reluctantly. A delegation was assembled and sent into the outer void. None of them knew what to expect. If humanity had even survived, they assumed they'd find a desperate remnant clinging to life. What they found left them speechless. Towering Dyson spheres, radiating captured starlight, loomed across the void. Massive fleets of void arcs moved in coordinated precision, their sheer size dwarfing even the Council's largest ships. And the technology, sleek, glowing, and impossibly advanced, appeared indistinguishable from magic. Humanity's terms. The delegation approached with caution, their once haughty demeanor replaced by humility. But humanity was not eager to welcome them. When the Council's request for help was delivered, the reply was cold and sharp. You feared us then, and now you come crawling back, hoping we've forgotten your betrayal. The delegation pleaded, detailing the threat of the Star Eaters and the galaxy's dire need. But humanity was no longer the desperate, scattered species that had begged for mercy centuries ago. They had grown strong in isolation, and they had not forgotten. Negotiations were tense. Humanity's leaders, forged by centuries of exile, demanded absolute terms. 1. Complete autonomy from the Galactic Council. Humanity would operate without interference. 2. Unrestricted return to galactic space, with no conditions or oversight. The Council, faced with extinction, had no choice but to agree. The section ends with humanity's leader delivering a chilling final line. "We will save your galaxy. But remember, this time, we play by our rules. Humanity's redemption or revenge." The final battle. The narration crescendos with tension. The galaxy watched in awe and terror as the exiles they had cast into the darkness returned, not as beggars, but as saviors with power beyond imagination. Humanity mobilized their fleets for the battle of a lifetime. The void arcs, sleek and immense, emerged from the depths of the outer void, escorted by swarms of autonomous drones and smaller attack ships. At their core were humanity's greatest achievements, Dyson spheres, now weaponized into colossal superlasers and advanced AI systems capable of orchestrating every move with flawless precision. The battle against the Star Eaters unfolded near the galactic core, where dying stars cast long shadows over the battlefield. The Star Eaters, relentless and machine-like, unleashed their weapon, a swirling vortex of energy drawn from devoured stars. It was a weapon designed to end civilizations. But humanity had come prepared. The Dyson sphere-powered superlasers fired concentrated bursts of energy, vaporizing entire fleets of the Star Eaters' drones in a single strike. Humanity's star-forging technology, an innovation born of exile, turned the battlefield itself into a weapon. Using AI-guided systems, they redirected the Star Eaters' weapon against them, bending streams of stolen energy back onto the enemy. In the climactic sequence, humanity executed their boldest maneuver. A fleet of void arcs lured the Star Eaters' planetary weapon into a trap, destabilizing a nearby star with their own devices. The star collapsed into a black hole, dragging the Star Eaters' weapon and their central command systems into oblivion. The battle ended in a cataclysmic explosion of light and shadow. The Star Eaters were defeated, their ancient menace extinguished. Yet, as the smoke cleared, it was not relief that filled the Galactic Council, but dread. A new galactic order. The galaxy stood still as humanity's power was revealed in full. Dyson spheres, fleets of void arcs, and weapons capable of reshaping stars. It was a force that no species, not even the United Galactic Council, could hope to match. The Council gathered to witness humanity's triumph, but their victory came with a chilling realization. They had unleashed a force they could not control. Whispers filled the chamber as one council member voiced the fear on everyone's minds. We saved the galaxy, but at what cost? Humanity had saved them all, but they no longer resembled the species the council had exiled centuries ago. These were no longer mere humans. They were builders, architects of power, and masters of the void. Humanity's choice. As the council prepared to thank their saviors, humanity's leaders arrived to deliver their response. The tone was cold, their anger not forgotten. The council, trembling in the face of their power, asked the question that would define the galaxy's future. Will you rejoin us as allies, or take control as rulers? Humanity's leader, standing before the council with an unshakable resolve, gave an enigmatic response. We will not bow, nor will we rule. We have transcended your petty politics. But know this. Cross us again, and we will show you the true meaning of power. The council was left speechless. Humanity had made their position clear. They sought neither vengeance nor dominance. They would remain independent, their destiny no longer bound by the decisions of others. Closing reflection. The narration concludes with a solemn reflection on humanity's journey. They banished us, thinking we would fade. Instead, we became something more. Not rulers, not conquerors, builders. The galaxy had learned a harsh lesson. Those they cast aside were capable of rising higher than anyone had imagined. Humanity had been shaped by betrayal and forged in the void, and their story was far from over. The final line echoes with an ominous warning. And the galaxy will never forget